Hi, this is Bob Paskins, sales consultant and strategist, as well as the developer of the Growth Matrix, where we look to elevate salespeople and your sales processes to achieve desired growth. Today, I want to look at the 5 steps needed for a good sales process. You will find this in the developmental element of the Growth Matrix. So I sat down and I met with a client named Kevin, and I was hearing the story of Kevin's company. And Kevin started out working kind of as a one-man shop and then was working about 40 hours a week. His business started to grow. With that, then he was working 60 hours and even up to 80 hours, trying to get everything done. The problem was he had 2 young boys at home and he was feeling guilty spending all of this time at work instead of with his boys. I asked Kevin about bringing other people in to help, and he said, yeah, I do bring people in to help because I realize that I need this. My challenge is when I bring people in, they don't know what I'm trying to get accomplished, which means that I end up having to manage them or else redo their work, which puts more work on my plate. The challenge that Kevin had is he did not have a good sales process in place. So I sat down and we put together a good sales process for him with 5 key elements. The first one is this: make sure your sales process is written down. Kevin's sales process was in his head, and the truth was his staff is not mind readers. They don't know what he wants from this. They can't read his mind. So by writing it down from beginning to end, they're able to see exactly what Kevin is looking for. The second is this: you need to make it teachable. And I'll have to tell you this, you'll probably have to teach it more than once. But that's okay, because if you're able to make it teachable to your staff, they can help train others. So make your sales process teachable. Third, you want to make sure that it's not overly complicated. When you put together a sales process, know that you are not going to be able to put every single client into this. Your goal is to put 80% of them in. A lot of people are stuck in stagnation because they're trying to put their entire customer base into the sales process, when actually that is not going to work. Because either you're going to have a large client, which they have their own sales process due to their size, or too many kind of one-offs that don't fit the sales process. Make sure it fits 80%. The fourth is try to put it in one source, or at least as few sources as possible. I worked with a client, and by the time we were done with the sales process, between what they had on their computer screen and their 3-ring binders, they had 7 different source materials for their sales process. Wow, what a convoluted system. Try to narrow that down, even making it one source if possible. And fifth is, once you put all of those elements in place, have it run its course for at least 12 months. You have to make sure to give the sales process time. Don't try it for 3 months, realize it's not working, scrap it, to start another process, to run that for 3 months and scrap that as well. That is a way to have an exhausted staff. So when you create your sales process, make sure that they're written down, that they're teachable, that they're in one source, that they're not overly complicated, and that you let it run its course for a period of 12 months. If you're able to do that, you're going to get that sales results that you want from the sales process. If you have any questions about your sales process or trying to set up one, feel free to reach out to me through my website at bobpaskins.com. Thanks for watching.